Hey, what's going on, guys? Mark Luckenball here with Local Client Takeover, and today I want to introduce you to a tool made by a good friend of mine, a fellow SEO, and probably one of the super coolest SEO developer guys that I know, and that is Nate Fisher. And he let me jump in on this a while ago. I was actually, one of the first beta testers, and there's I just really enjoyed it. It's a great tool. They're constantly improving on it. I mean, it hasn't even been out long, and they're already making a bunch of improvements. There's a lot more in the pipeline, and this I can confidently say will probably be one of the best SEO tools to ever hit the market, and I can say that without having any type of affiliate link or getting any type of kickback because it really is that cool. So I have not been religiously using this. I don't even have a project running right now. I scraped 35,000, over 35,000 domains. I'm not super big on metrics, but you can start to dig through here and see, there's definitely going to be some gems as we go deeper into it. Um, so that's cool. It's a very clean interface. I appreciate that. I like a good tool, but I'm never mad when it also has a good interface. User interface is very important for me. I like clean, pretty stuff. One of the most proprietary things, I'd say actually it's the big unique selling point of this thing, not one of the most. It's the USP of this bad boy is the fact that if once you're browsing and you like one of these domains, you can click right here and open it up, and you get a bunch more of the metrics. But you can check the site history from right inside of the tool, and that's important because we know the history of the site is important. Sorry, that's redundant, but it's true. So basically, we don't want to put links on old pills, porn, or poker sites. We don't want to put links on old spam sites, old PBNs in some cases. And, this is neat. You can pretty much go through all the different snapshots. You can check out which one you want. The coolest part is once you select the snapshot you want, you can click Reanimate Snapshot, and that actually zips it up, sends it to your email. You can FTP it onto your host once you register this, and your site's built. You FTP the zip file onto your host, and your site is built. And I know they're considering some type of FTP integration into the system, and you'll be able to actually do one-click deploys after you enter the FTP info. Of course, you'll be able to one-click deploy these sites as you buy them. That is crazy. That is huge. It saves a ton of money paying someone to rebuild the site. Um, or a ton of time. If you have a VA that does this, I mean, you can hand them zip files and they can rebuild 40 of them a day. It's really cuts down on the time. That's probably the coolest thing about this. Something I think is really cool because I am a local SEO geek is the fact we can make a project. We're going to allocate two of our fork crawlers. We can do a geo-targeted crawl. Now, everyone knows in the course and stuff how much I stress geographically relevant backlinks. It's a huge trust factor for Google. It makes sense that a popular local site would have links from other popular local sites. So, we can cut the BS, and if we are ranking a site in Baltimore, we can scrape Baltimore sites. We start crawling, and this project will start. It's also super easy to do a keyword crawl. So let's do project 2. We're going to allocate the remaining 2. We're going to do a keyword crawl. And let's say the client in Baltimore is a dentist. How about it? And dental and, I don't know, teeth, oral health, and we can throw a few keywords in, and start crawling. And it's that simple to start generating expired domains. So there's also other stuff. I know Nate was talking about. Oops, well, that's it. I have four of them. Nate was talking about some really interesting ways to do like the reverse crawls and stuff. And for me, I don't need to get that in depth. I can set up two campaigns in a matter of a few minutes, and I will be scraping expired domains. So I don't do affiliate links and stuff, and I am helping Nate get the word out about it because we are friends. But I'll be honest, if the product sucked, I would not be talking about it. I would not have an account. I would not be using it, and I really like it. If you want to do any type of real PBN building and you want to try to or eliminate, buying $100 domains and paying 20 to 50 bucks to have them rebuilt, or whatever. Even if you eliminate buying $20 domains and 20 to have them built. It's really cool stuff. Nate is also, I believe, working on their one package. You could only reanimate 5 sites per month. I do believe, I'm not sure if it's going to be unlimited, but they're bumping that number way through the roof. So, even if it would end up being like 20 sites per month they let you do, it's it's a ton of extra cash you can save, and it can help you build that PBN to rank your sites a lot cheaper than usual. So, they did like a special launch promotion where they had a cheap price, and that's now over. But Nate actually got a coupon together for the local client takeover community specifically. So that's super super awesome. The coupon code is I love LCT original, right? But it works, and that'll get you the introductory price. And I know the marketer and everyone would like to be, hey, you only have a day to use this coupon, and that's just not true, man. Nate said he'd keep the coupon live for the group indefinitely. So, if you guys aren't ready today, next week, it's cool. Grab the coupon, jump on at the introductory price, and get yourself a PBN built, guys. Really, really cool software. For any of you who don't know Nate Fisher, he and his partner Jimmy, they're real software developers. These guys aren't like churn and burn devs like we see in this industry so often. These guys are the real deal. They have a ton of more stuff they're talking about doing. I hope they don't get mad at me for talking about it. Maybe I should keep it hush hush, but they're talking about putting a Web 2.0 scraper in here to get expired Web 2.0s like tumblers and stuff. They're talking about one site deploys, with the FTP stuff, the FTP integration. Talking about a ton of different ways to sort and organize the domains, the expired domain lists, and just tons of stuff. I mean, this is really an awesome tool, and it's going to just continue to get better. So if anyone grabs it, let us know how your success goes with it, and thanks for taking a couple minutes to check it out. Have a nice day, guys. Bye.